Hi, I am Kathy Ann Dixon.
And I am Arlene Owen.
Welcome to Azar.
For all our viewers, we want to remind you that Azar means to encourage, support, lend aid, and to share. And for each episode of Azar, we want to encourage you to be your better self. So remember, go call your friend, call your family, call your neighbor, and tell them Azar is on. And remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and press that notification bell.
As you can see from our umbrellas, it's slightly drizzling down here. We are at Warakara, Nolly's Tunnel. And let me give some information. It was named after the governor of Trinidad and Tobago, Sir Clement Courtney Nolly. And he opened the railway on the 20th of August, 1898. So Warakara is in Tabaquite. All right? So welcome to our program today.
And today, we have a special tea drinking in our beautiful Azar cups. And our tea today is guava tea. So we're using the leaf. You put it in a pot of water and you let it boil. You leave it a little while, sweeten it with little sugar, and you have your nice guava tea.
I think you could even draw it.
Yes, you could even you could even draw it. And of course, these have benefits, Kathy Ann. These have benefits.
Yes, beside the fruit.
Beside the fruit, yes. So we can use it for diarrhea. Yes, we can use it for diarrhea. We can also use it to carry down our cholesterol.
Yeah.
Right? And we can use it for people who have diabetes. But remember, we got all these things from Google.
That's right. And I heard from a little birdie that they use it for gray hair. And it helps to grow hair. Again, we are just saying some of the things that we have heard.
Yes, so that is our disclaimer here. We are not doctors, remember. But you can try the guava tea. It's tasting really good.
Really good. Let me take a drink for that.
Nice. Good. So today, we want to talk a little bit about gratefulness.
Yes, the art of remembering.
And gratefulness means it's a feeling of something done or received. This feeling that you feel, this warm, nice feeling that you feel when you get something from someone or someone did something for you and you are grateful for what they have done.
Yes. I want to say some of the things that I'm grateful for. But you go first.
Okay. I am grateful to God. You know, because of Him, we are here today. And you know, I received the Lord at the age of 9, and He has kept me from 9 till now. And for that, I am grateful. I am also grateful for my mom because she was there with us, a single parent, a strong woman, Kathy Ann, and she never gave up on us. So I am grateful for that. I'm also grateful for my husband and my 2 daughters. God bless them. I'm grateful that I'm living in the land of Trinidad and Tobago. Look at this beautiful place.
That's right.
We are not cold, a little rain, but we're not cold, we're not freezing. Things really nice here, despite what they say about Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
So I am grateful. I am grateful for my friends. They are so kind, they are so helpful. They are always there for me, you know. So I am grateful for them. And Katya, I am also grateful for, you know, rain falling. I remember running water. I'm grateful for running water. Because when I was small, we used to have to pull water up the hill by a standpipe. And we pull in a barrel.
Yes.
I have 2 little paint pans running down the hill pulling the barrel. So now I am grateful for running water. I'm grateful for a bed to sleep on. Katya, the list long. So you tell me.
I am grateful for my bed, a dry bed at night. Because when I look back at the past, I grew up in a home where water would be coming from anywhere. We even had to put pots sometime on the bed we were sleeping on. So when I look back now, I just have to say, thank you, Jesus. I thank God for my children. I thank God for my husband. I thank God for my church. And I thank God for my pastor. I thank God for calling me when I was young, because I had some situations in my home as a child where abuse took place because it was a broken home, and I needed Jesus. I needed someone, and Jesus came just in time when I was 11 years old and saved me. And He is the reason that I am here today. So thank God, Lord. Thank you.
So we are really, really grateful. And I know that you too, you are looking and you are saying, I am grateful for something. So write it in the comment. Let us know what you are grateful for.
Yes, yes. The Bible tells of 10 lepers who went to Jesus, and he told them to, he spoke over them and told them to go to show themselves to the priest. And on the way going there, they were healed, and one stopped and ran back to Jesus and knelt before him. And he was so happy, he was so grateful. And Jesus asked him, where are the other 9? Which means even God is concerned about gratefulness.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And Kathy and I are listening to that event in the Bible, and gratefulness comes with an action.
Yes.
Sometimes you say, I am grateful to my mom, and I just say thank you, or anybody else, but it comes with an action, and we see it with the leper. Kathy, when that leper went back, he fell to the ground.
Yes.
And he was so grateful.
An action.
So he did an action. So gratefulness comes with an action.
That's
and you know what too, Kathy Ann? Gratefulness unlocks doors and creates opportunities. The leper himself, when he went back to Jesus and he knelt, he also got a second blessing. That was a great opportunity for him. That was an unlocked door because God blessed him again.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. Gratefulness also is warm your heart.
Yes.
I just make answer and gift sent to my friends. And you see, the ones who call me and say, Kathy and dear, I like that answer. Well, I just send back more for them. Every time I cook an answer, my mind thinking about them, and I do it for them. I feel warm when they tell me, Kathy girl, I appreciate that you send that answer for me.
Yes, yes.
I appreciate it.
Yes, I know about that warming of a heart. I know about that, My husband and I, in our early years of marriage, Kathy, we really assisted and we were there for some young people. And sometimes you will say, Lord, should I have done this? Or you may see some action that may not look so grateful. And you might say to yourself, I don't want to do that or help anybody that way again. But on my anniversary, one of the young men, he sent me this lovely voice note. And I remember listening to the voice note and I started to cry. And and my husband would say, you crying? It's your anniversary. And I said, no, this is warm tears. He was so grateful for what we did for him so many years, because what we did for him put him in a better position today. And in that voice note, he was saying, although he told me thanks already, he just wanted to know that us to know that he was so grateful, Kathy Ann. And it warmed my heart to the point where I said, you know what? I could help somebody else again. I can do this again.
That's
so
cool.
I know about that warming
That's really,
of the heart.
really, really good. And even when you're grateful, people want to be around you, because a grateful person have a certain attitude. It is so warm. Just to think that they would remember that somebody did something for them, it speaks volumes.
Yes.
Because it shows you're not selfish and you're not only thinking about yourself. So when you're a grateful person, there are other attributes that are positive about you.
Yeah.
And people would want to be around you. Now, we are making heavy weather about this gratefulness,
Yes.
because at the end of the day, when you look back and see, am I grateful or am I an ungrateful person? As teaching the audience, what's this slang? There's a ni makaram. I remember my mother saying that. Sometimes when somebody didn't do something, she would say, there's a ni makaram.
Yes.
And I would say, Mommy, what is that? She said, ungrateful.
Yes, I remember my aunt saying that a lot. But we have to remember, Kathy, to be grateful, because there are so many people in our lives who touch our lives.
Yeah.
We have to remember, sit and think about it. Our teachers, our mentors. Sometimes there was a teacher who will go the extra mile for you, and we have to remember to be grateful.
But I want to ask you a question. How long should we be grateful for someone after they've done something for us?
Kathy, I believe we should be eternally grateful. Eternally grateful.
So why? Does that mean that I am bound? I am bound to the person? Because they did something for me in the past, I should feel bound?
No. We are not saying that at all. If you do something for someone, you must do it also with a grateful heart. You must do it also because you want to do it with the right motive. Not a motive that you want the person to be a slave to you or bound to you. But not bound, Kathy, but they should be loyal.
Yeah, I got you there.
Loyal.
I got you there. But I just want to we should take this time to think about young people with our parents. It is important that we be grateful. I was looking on social media recently and I saw with Cristiano Ronaldo, a reporter asked him, how come your mother still living with you?
Yeah.
Why you don't just buy a house and put her there? He said, not at all. My mommy fought with us. Things was hard. She did more than one job just to take care of us. And my first football shoes, she worked day and night to organize that football shoes just so that I could play. How could I know? My mother is going to live with me for the rest of her life in my mansion.
Yes.
And I'm going to take care of my mother. And he takes her anywhere he goes. When he wins any award ceremony, you feel you seeing so much of ladies and things. His mommy hook up next to him because he had chosen to be forever grateful to his mom.
Yes, he's eternally grateful. And Kathy, and it's important as children. I think about myself with my mom. She sacrificed so much for us.
Yeah.
And but right now she have this strict diet. And sometimes when she comes at me and I cook something else already, but she not eating that. But when I think about the things my mother will do for me and my children, all my other siblings, I'll get up and say, okay, let me see if I could cook something else for this woman because I am so grateful for all that she have done for me.
Yeah, well, I want to piggyback on that. From the earlier episodes, you would have heard that my mommy died some months ago. Well, about a month ago right now. And what is happening is that she did so much. She took so much licks from my father. So much things she endured. When she could have run away on her own to rescue herself, all she was studying is her children.
Yeah.
And she had to take all that licks for her children. And when I look back and I remember those moments of hearing her being abused, and all she would tell us, love all your father, children. And she was so faithful as a mother. I'm feeling emotional right now. That anytime she needed something, it was never too hard to do.
Yes.
It was never too hard to do because I felt forever grateful.
Yes.
Mommy stuck with us, and even as I became an adult, she came to live with me to help me take care of my daughters. She just stayed with me. I feel sick. She did robbing me. She was just always my solution. And I want to thank God she isn't here anymore, but I am still
Grateful.
forever grateful.
And that's why I say, Kathy Ann, it's a kind of eternal gratefulness because you could never forget your mom. And because of all that she did, you are here today. Because some people forget. And that is the art of remembering that we want to touch on. Some people forget. You were there for them emotionally to make sure that they become stable. And then they forget when things get better with them. And they sometimes passing you straight and all because they forget, and it's important not to forget. And that is what I'm talking about, the eternally grateful. You're not bound to the person, but you are eternally grateful. And we must remember. It is important to remember. When I think about remembering, I think about Mordecai and the king in the book of Esther. There was two gatekeepers who wanted to assassinate the king, Kathy Ann. And the king forgot about it, but he was sleeping one night, or at least trying to sleep, and he could not off. So, you know what he did? He got up and he called for the book of the Chronicles, and it's also called the book of Records. And in that book, while he was going through, he said, hey, Mordecai, help me. So he asked, what could we do for him? And they decided that they will call him and adorn him and whatever else they did for him. But my point is with this, Kathy Ann, is that he remember. And if you think that you will forget, because we are humans, get a book.
Yes.
Get a journal.
Yes.
The book of remembrance.
Yes.
Or the book of record. Whatever name you want to give it. Or you could have a wall of remembrance. And write down all the people who was there for you in the past. All the people who help you to become the person that you are today.
Yes.
Because as we said before, no man is an island. And somebody help you. At least, not somebody. Plenty people help us. Plenty people. So write it down. What do you think about that book?
Fantastic. I think that we should do it. Get ready to do it. But even before, I want to mention Going back on children, I have this heavy weather for children and gratefulness. You know why? Sometimes a parent may sacrifice and push a child. The parent may not be too bright, but they want to see the child do well, and they pay for lessons. They can't help them home for themselves, they pay a neighbor to teach them. They push them, they work hard with them. Say, child, do better than your mommy, do better than your daddy. And they encourage that child and push that child. The child do well, go to school, go university, maybe do med school. And then after, when they come back telling the mother, mommy, you just don't understand. And telling mommy, shame to carry mommy to graduation because mommy don't look of the kind of class that the other friends have. And you just feeling ashamed because your mother don't speak proper English. And then you tend to, somehow we forget when we've reached, we forget where we've come from and the roles that people played in our lives to take us to where we presently are at. So children, let's be grateful to our parents.
Kathy, I remember when I was in Form 5 and they called for all the parents, and one of my friends, when I called her name, when we saw her running in the back, we wanted to know what happened. But you see, her mother was a coconut vendor. And at that time, it had the rubber slippers. And the mother just left where she was selling and decided, she will run to the meeting and then go back to sell. And that, my friend, she ran and hid. You know why? The mother wasn't looking good. She felt ashamed. And at that time, we didn't think about it, but looking back now, that wasn't gratefulness, because the mom was selling to be able to send her to school and to see about her. So youth is really folly, Kathy.
There is folly with you.
So at the time, we couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And that poor mother was looking for her daughter all over the school, and she was hiding from her mom.
Yeah. But Arlene, you just said youth is folly, and I want to say sometimes big people is folly. And why I'm saying big people is folly, even right now, we have adults who are ungrateful to their parents and haven't studied to remember to go and say, Mommy, thanks.
Yes.
So it's not only about youth.
Mm-hmm.
So that book of remembrance you talk about,
I
think we should take some time now and go and write down some notes and go and find every person who walked through your life and contributed to it and give them a call and say, I just call to tell you thanks.
Thank you. Yes,
I want to tell you that I am grateful for how you played a part in my life to make me who I am today. The little part you played contributed.
Yes, and I'm listening here and I'm also thinking, you know what, Kathy? When I leave here today, there are some people I want to send a WhatsApp to. There are some people I want to send a card to. There are some people I want to call. And there are some I may even drop a fruit basket for them. Because when I think about the people who influence my life, I am forever grateful.
Forever grateful.
Forever grateful.
So what is our challenge today? Go find who?
A book.
Yeah.
A journal.
Yeah.
Name it. Pretty it up. A book of remembrance.
Yes.
And remember all the people who have assisted you, who have Azar you.
Yes. Supported and encouraged
you and
in their own way.
That's
Sometimes it's with what? Guys? Sometimes it's with advice.
Yes.
Sometimes it's with money.
Yes.
So, there are so many different ways.
Emotional
sometimes it's
support.
something to send for you.
Yes.
Sometimes encouragement. Sometimes it's a hug.
Yes.
But let's choose to remember those persons who played a part in our lives to shape us to become who we are today.
Amen. Amen. And I want to remind you again, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and press that notification bell. See you on the next episode of
Azar.
Goodbye.
Bye.